This past weekend was an anniversary. 400 years since slaves were first brought to our shores, Virginia shores specifically. It would be another 250 years before they were liberated. And even now, after another 150 years, the impact still shows. It's well to pay attention to such anniversaries. The month before, we celebrated 400 years since the first legislature met here in Virginia. It was a bright, shining moment. But that shining moment is paired with the 400th anniversary of a very dark moment, one that released shadows that stretch all the way to the present day. There are so many complex conversations going on in our culture now that in one way or another arise from those shadows. White supremacy, reparations, equal representation, fair schools, and so on. It's important to have such conversations, and as followers of Jesus, we can bring both hard-eyed realism and undying hope. We see it all through the biblical story. Just one example. Look in Exodus 34, verses 6 and 7. That's where the Lord describes himself as the one who brings the consequences of sin to bear for 3 or 4 generations. We've experienced that in spades with the ongoing consequences of slavery and the racism that undergirded it. But the Lord also describes himself as the one whose grace has an even greater impact for 1,000 generations. So let's keep the conversations going. But let's make sure to bring the 1,000-generation hope of Jesus with us as we do. God is at work. Let's be part of what he's doing.